Hi, Bless. Can I share the link now?
I'll send you the link to the live in your DM now. Hello, everyone. Please, if you're here, just say hi in the chat box. Hi, good evening. Welcome. We are actually waiting for other people to join. So I'm trying to sort a couple of things out. So I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me? Christy Balogun M Gboju B. I would assume that's I Heketo praise. Can you hear me now? Also for Christy Balogun, can you hear me now? Hi, good evening, everybody. So, we are going to comment and we'll hope that other people join as we have commenced today's launch. So, let me do a quick introduction and I want to apologize for my camera quality. I still hope you're able to see me anyway. So, my name is Blessed Oluwatofumi and I started the Adroit community. Quick backstory: Adroit used to be a one off summit, and this year we decided to take things a bit higher. Then we community. So we made it a community of individuals that are intentional about growing in their careers, and that's why we are here today. And we decided that we'll be having sessions every month. And today's session is actually as a result of people complaints I've had from people in the community. That's usually what drives, that's usually what inspires our that's usually what inspires our summits and even our launches. Our summit over time has been due to request of people or complaints of people, and even today's launch, that means the seminar we are having today, which is like a mini summit, is due to issues that people have brought to my table over time about, oh, I've graduated, what am I supposed to do? I thought everything would be all together, so I said that's what we are going to start with, and this is episode 1. So welcome to Adroit Launch. We have an excellent speaker with us here. Ideraluwa Akosua is a works in media and communications. She's an excellent content creator, someone that has built her brand right from the scratch, and someone that I'm so happy to say, oh, I know Idera. She's that kind of person. And when I told her about what this episode will be about, she was glad to join us. She was glad to be a part of this. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. And I'm going to hand over the mic to her. Even me, I'm here to learn, and we are going to learn together. Thank you very much, Idera. Welcome. Please welcome Idera in the comment section.
Good evening, Blessed. Good evening, everyone, and thank you, Blessed, for the invite. I'm actually so excited and glad to be here. Thank you once again, and good evening, everyone. I'm also here to learn too, because I know Blessed is going to be saying some things later on. So, yes. Um, before I introduce myself, Blessed, you know that you owe me a gist. What you said in my email that I introduced my blog to you in your DM. I've actually forgotten. No, well, come and remind me, Sha. Say it now. You are
Okay,
muted.
backstory how I met Idera. The first time I was going to meet Idera was that you came through a friend. His name is Jeremiah. Jeremiah is a part of the community and hopefully he will join us tonight. And he came to me and said, then I used to have a blog too. I used to write. Writing was the major thing I started doing. And that's one thing I'm happy about when it comes to you too, because I knew I started off as a writer, then I took it up from there. So then so he came to meet me, he told me that, oh, you have a WordPress blog and you're looking for how to grow it or something like that, or you were trying to you just asked a couple of questions and I just told you that, oh, this is what I do with my blog, this is what I write, and this is how I check those stats, the reach that my blog has. And I told you that at that point my blog was, I did not buy a domain, so it was free. I was using WordPress domain, and at that time, so all I just used to do is I used to read your blogs, I used to comment before you now went ahead to real content creation. So that's why I'm just so happy that over the years I've seen a lot of growth, a lot of growth. So welcome.
Thank you very much. Now that you're talking about it, I can actually remember it. Thank you. Good evening once again, everyone. My name is Idera and I am a content creator, a social media strategist, and a content manager. Once again, I am so happy to be here. I'm excited as well. Um, so before I continue rather, I would like to meet you guys in the comments. So tell me your name and let me know if you're a graduate or you are an undergraduate. Let's dedicate 2 minutes for that. I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, yeah, audible. We
Okay,
can hear you.
thank you. So I'm waiting, everyone. Tell me your name, if you're a graduate or an undergraduate in the comment section. Let me meet you guys so I can know the dominant people on this call. Hi, Promise. Hi, Promise Adebayo. So we have one graduate. Interesting. Hello, Promise. Okay, so while others are introducing themselves, I'm just going to go ahead and say the little I have tonight. And I hope that you guys picked one or two from it. I know that two categories of people are dominant on this call today: graduates and undergraduates. Some are stuck and some are trying to figure life out. And I must say that sometimes I feel stuck too. So we gather there. Sometimes I feel stuck too. I do not have everything figured out, but I would like to share my experience tonight. One of the reasons I'm very excited about tonight's session is the fact that I get to talk about myself to an extent, and I enjoy talking about myself. I just like talking about myself because I feel like when I talk about myself, you can just pick one or two to learn from my story. If you ask me for an advice on something that I can relate with, I assure you, I'm going to first tell you my life story before I probably even like tell you what to do, because I know that when I share my life story with you, you are going to be able to pick something from it. So yes, let's start with that note. It's only Promise that has introduced himself. Okay, Ibukun. Hi, Ibukun. So we don't have any undergraduates yet. But okay, so please, when I say graduates, just know that I'm talking to graduates and undergraduates. And when I say undergraduates, please permit me, I'm also talking to undergraduates and graduates. In case I'm unable to say graduates and undergraduates at the same time. So Bless has asked me to come and talk about um, conversation with graduates who feel stuck, but I know that there are also undergraduates in this community. So I'm going to be combining the two categories of people together and I'm going to be addressing both of them tonight. When I was thinking about this topic, one of the reasons I think a lot of people feel stuck, number one, is because a lot of people are scared of trying. If I do this, what if it does not work out? What if I fail? But they don't think of what if I do and it actually works out? What if I do it and I don't fail? And I think a lot of people tend to forget that sometimes when you try to do something, even if you fail, you can pick a lesson from that failure. and apply it next time, and you are able to succeed. So sometimes people are stuck because they cannot try. They are scared of trying because of fear. So they prefer to remain stagnant. Not as it's not as if they like how stagnant they are, or they like the way they are, but because they are just scared of trying, they have allowed their fear to consume them so much that they prefer to remain stagnant than move because of fear. And another reason I think a lot of graduates are stuck is because they did not explore when they were still in the university. And when I mean explore now, I mean learning a skill, starting a business, just trying your hands on different things. Because when you are in school, forget the fact that you are reading for exams, you are reading for tests, you are doing projects. It's one of the seasons of your life that you actually have time. Because immediately after graduation, people are expecting different things from you. Sometimes your parents are expecting you to start contributing to the household. Even yourself, you're expecting to be able to like do things for yourself without asking for help from your parents. So when you're in school, you have the time, depending on the kind of course that you get actually. Because I know that nursing students, medicine students, might not have so much time to explore other things. But for people who study other courses, please, I'm not trying to downplay any course right now. Let me just let me just put that out there. I did not study medicine and I did not study nursing. Thank you. So, as I was saying, graduates feel stuck or people feel stuck after school because they did not try their hands on anything when they were in school. Before, when I was still in school, I tried my hands on a lot of things. Before I gained admission to the university, I I sold I sold recharge cards. Not like I was working or anything, but I just had like a bag. So my neighbors would buy. Sometimes my mom would take it to work for me and she would sell it for me. And that was the first business I ever did in my life because my mom was an advocate of do something, do a business, just sell something, start anything. And I could not like do the business for a long time. I think I did for a few months. I can't remember right now because the money was not, my profit was not profiting. I was like taking out of the money, and my mom noticed. So she handed over the business to my brother. So in school, I did pre-order business, importation business with my partner. I sold bags. There was a time emoji bags were trending. I sold it. I sold clothes. I sold shoes. I remember then my friends and I would be going to different hostels and start knocking. Hey, I'm selling something. Come and buy. I sold perfumes. Basically, I tried my hands on different things. In 2020, I learned a skill. I started from writing. From writing, I moved to copywriting. From copywriting to social media management, content creation. I just made sure that I intentionally did not try to stay in one place. As the world was moving, I was moving with it. Because in 2020, you know that business was not so rampant then, because how do you want to do others, how do you want to deliver to people? Even though I still continued my business in 2020 after the COVID, but I just knew that if the world continues this way, I may not be able to move forward with this business. So I decided to learn a skill. I started from writing to copywriting till I was able to move on to other skills. So if you're an undergraduate listening to me right now, this is the best time for you to try your hands on different things. Just learn different things as much as you can. You don't have to think of making money from it right now. Just make sure that your hands are doing something apart from your degree. It can be a physical skill, it can be a digital skill, it can be a business. Just make sure that apart from your degree, you are doing something else. It does not matter if you fail at it. If you fail, you are going to try again. I failed at my business in school. I'm not doing a business right now, but I know that very soon I'm starting another business. So, one of the reasons why people feel stuck after graduation is because in school they did not do a lot of things. They just focused on getting a degree, which is not bad. But for people who knew that they are likely not going to work with this degree, So, or in a nutshell, what I'm just trying to say is that get your hands on different things. Hi, Blessed, are you still here? I think our network logged out. Hi, Praise. Hi, Abiola. I think Blessed network logged that out. Are you back?
Yes,
Your network, Abby. You are muted. I can't hear you. You are muted.
my network kept fluctuating, but I'm back now.
Okay, okay, no problem. Excuse me. So another reason I think graduates feel stuck is because they compare themselves with their peers. So after school, like I said earlier, there are expectations from people, from yourself, from the society, and for people who did not necessarily dabble into different things when they were in school or did not evolve when the world was evolving and depended on only their degree when they know that they are likely not to get a job with their degree or they are not even interested in getting a job with their degree. So when they see their friends, their course mates, their peers whom they finish school together doing better than they are currently doing, it makes them feel somehow. But because they don't know the next line of action, they are stagnant. They just think and think and think, oh, look at Shayo, she's doing so better than me. Look at Promise, she's doing so better than me. And all they do all day, all night is just compare themselves without actually doing anything to make sure that they move away from their position of stagnancy. So that's another reason that I think a lot of graduates feel stuck. Another reason is the fact that, okay, I already spoke about family expectations, timelines set by the society. If you don't have a car by 25, you are a potato. Just some funny expectations that you don't even know what to do with those expectations. The only thing you just do is start thinking. And from thinking, you are not doing anything, you are not trying, you are not making conscious efforts to actually live that position. You are not making conscious effort to do what is needed to be done to make sure that you are not feeling stuck. So, from what I can see, we have a lot of graduates on this call. Hi, Roslyn. Good evening. You're welcome. So, I already spoke about the fact that graduates feel stuck because they are scared of trying. I did a lot of things before I graduated from school. Even after I graduated from school, I still made sure that I did a lot of things. So if you are a graduate right now, please stop overthinking. If there is anything that you want to dabble your hands into, the best time to do it is now. It does not matter how many years you have graduated. It does not matter if you just graduated today or you have graduated 4 or 5 years back. If there is an idea in your head, no matter how foolish or stupid you think it is, go ahead and do it. And intentionally build your circle, build your network. Make sure that the people that are around you, they are actually people that will lift you up, not pull you down. So if there is any idea in your head, if there is anything that you want to dabble into, it is not too late to learn a digital skill. It is not too late to learn a physical skill. It is not too late to start that business that you have always wanted to start. One of the best ways you can actually stop being stuck or leave that position of stagnancy is by doing. I feel like a lot of people wait for clarity before they start something. But for me, and what I've also noticed from a lot of other people, is that clarity starts from doing. You actually have to start doing something sometimes before you gain clarity. You cannot, sometimes you don't gain clarity by just sitting down and thinking. You have to try, you have to do. That way, you're able to gain clarity on what to do and what not to do. So if you're a graduate right now, stop overthinking anything. That's like the first step. Don't overthink. Try to think of the reason why you are stuck. You already know that you are stuck. Acknowledge that you are stuck. So now, why do you think you are stuck? Is it family expectations? Is it because you did not make good use of your time when you were still an undergraduate? Is it because you are just thinking you are not trying, you are not doing, you are overthinking everything that you are meant to do? Is it because you are comparing yourself with your peers? You have to know the reason. If you know the reason, then you know how you want to tackle your problem. If it is that you are comparing yourselves with your peers, there is no there's nothing bad going to them. If you feel stuck, let's say you want to learn a particular skill and you know somebody that actually has that skill, go to them, talk about it. There is no harm in that. If it is family expectations, talk to your parents, talk to whoever needs to be spoken to, and you also have to take intentional effort to actually leave your comfort zone. If you are so comfortable in your comfort zone, you continue to be stuck because you feel so relaxed. You feel like, oh, I'm okay now. I'm just stuck. By tomorrow or sometime I'll get out of it. Let me just think about my life. But you are always thinking about your life without taking any action for your life. So, like I said, just try not to overthink things. This is the best time, no matter how old you are not up to 70. This is the best time to try and fail. What's the worst that will happen if you fail? What's the best that will happen if you fail? You learn from your failure and you try again. So stop overthinking your ideas. Just go ahead and do it. Learn that skill if you want to learn it. Also, when I want to talk to people about maybe a skill that they should learn, I ask them what they enjoy doing. Sometimes you are able to make money from your passion, and sometimes you might not be able to make money immediately from your passion. I used to enjoy writing. That was why I started a blog. Let me confess, I cannot remember the last time like I wrote the way I used to write again. Maybe because I have dabbled into other things, and then oh, my first love. But oh god, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, let me check my. Okay, so you have to know what you enjoy doing and start from there. I started from writing because I enjoyed writing. Then, when I found writing, I started writing, and then I began to explore other options. So, there are times whereby you have to start with what you have passion for, and this will open doors for you to be able to explore other options. What do you love doing? There is nothing that you can't monetize in this age and time. If you think that, okay, I think I just love it when maybe people are doing something and then I'm just watching, or I'm just saying, don't do it like this, do it like this. I promise you, go to ChatGPT. ChatGPT is going to give you a name for that your passion. Oh, I think I just love it when people dress up and I tell them to like combine different colors. It's good. I love dressing up people. I can also, but I just love it. I just love dressing up people. Wear yellow on blue, wear pink on red, and you don't know what name to call it. Go to ChatGPT, go to Google, go to YouTube. You are going to definitely find a name for it. So if you are stuck, think of what you enjoy doing and soak yourself inside that thing. Soak yourself in that thing. It might not necessarily bring you money at first, and to be honest, at the end of the day, that might not be the thing that will actually bring you money. It might be something else. But you just have to make sure that you are doing what you love. And there are some times whereby you need the money, but what you love cannot bring you the money immediately. It is just wisdom to do something else and then use that money you are getting from something else to fund your passion. One of the reasons I stopped my business in school was because, okay, I said I started the business with my partner, and one of the reasons we stopped it was because we were eating into the money. We were students and we were getting money from home, but we still needed other money. So we started a business, and then we were already eating into our profit, and we're like, no, this is not how we want to continue. So we paused the business and said, let us do other things, get money from it. And then when the time comes, we'll use the money from other things to actually fund our business in a way that we are not putting our hands into business money. So think of what you love doing, something that you have passion for. And if you have made your research and you think that your passion cannot bring you money immediately and you want the money, look for something else that you can do till you have enough money to sponsor your passion. So another thing you can do is, I already said this before, but I'm going to say it again. Don't be scared to try different things. I will say it again. Don't be scared to try different things. A lot of people are stuck because they are scared. I know I've said this before, but I'm saying it again. Fear is not going to take you anywhere. Fear is going to continue to eat you deep down till you have nothing left. And the only thing that people can see written all over you is just fear. So you have to take action. You have to try different things. You have to dabble your hands into different things. And one thing I want to say is that nowadays, no matter the kind of job that you do, no matter your career path, a lot of organizations value individuals that can do more than their job or have a skill that complements their job role. So I'm just saying this right now, telling you, because I believe that a lot of people on this call are going to have digital skills or want to learn digital skills. They want to learn a digital skill. So find that skill that you can learn that complements your career path. There is nothing bad if you want to do a 9 to 5, but I'm very sure there must be one skill that can complement your 9 to 5 job. There must be a skill that can complement it. Find it and learn it. That is going to position you amongst other people, maybe in your workplace, even amongst your peers. Another thing is, who you surround yourself with matters. I've also mentioned this before. Your friends, your colleagues, your network, it is very important because these are the people that will actually lift you up. You cannot say, oh, I'm stuck, and you actually don't have anybody that you can talk to. You don't have anybody that can say, this is what you should do. Intentionally surround yourself with people that are actually going to help you grow. One of the things that helped my growth was the people I surrounded myself with, the quality of friends that I had. That's one of the things that helped my growth because I do not just surround myself with nonchalant people or people that are not ready to grow. I intentionally made sure that my network of people are people that were going to help me grow, and I was also going to help them grow. So it was not a one-sided relationship. We were all benefiting from the friendship, from the relationship. So intentionally surround yourself with people that are actually going to help you grow. That is the end of my session for tonight. I don't want to talk too much because I know that there are going to be questions that are going to be asked. So please start typing your questions in the chat box and I'll be ready to answer them.
Thank you very, very much, Idera. Thank you for that wonderful session. Me, I'm a graduate though, and I've been a graduate for a while now, but I still like took a couple of things. I still had to even write down from what you've said, and I really love the fact that you talked about overthinking. And one thing I want to add is that if you are a graduate and you are finished school, you don't have anything you're doing, you don't have any business sitting at home from morning to night. Honestly, that's one thing that is not going to help you. That's one thing that did not help me. Maybe okay, you do not have, just find somewhere to go. the more you make your mind idle, you sit down from morning to night, you just start to think of also. Then you start thinking that you're depressed. In cases like that, you brought that depression upon yourself, oh, because they say an idle land is the devil's workshop. So let's put it into context now. If you leave your mind, you're not doing anything. You just stay at home from morning to night. You keep thinking about it. Now you now start feeling like, oh, I feel so useless. I feel please, if you have questions, you can start typing them in the comments section. So that's one thing I'm also going to add. And as much as possible, also avoid overthinking. Don't overthink anything. You're not the first person that will be a graduate. You're not the first person that will not have job. You're not the first person that will feel stuck. Even when you eventually have a job and you make it in life, you will still have moments like that. So, and another thing is don't be a lazy person. Don't be a lazy person. And if you see that there are some signs of laziness, one thing I also do to myself is I just tell myself, you are not lazy, you are not a lazy person. So put in the work. Just put in the work. So do anyone have any questions?
So before we see any question in the chat box, I just want to talk about that laziness. I feel like sometimes people are actually not lazy, but because they keep saying I'm lazy, I'm lazy, I'm lazy, so they believe they are lazy, and then at the end of the day they get nothing done. They just stay where they are, stuck, stagnant, because they think that, oh, I'm so lazy, whereas they don't know that it just takes a step. They should just stand up. Once they stand up like this, they are going to get everything that they need to get done, but because it's already in their mind that they are lazy, so they just think they are lazy, and at the end of the day they get nothing done. Absolutely. So if you are the kind of person that is not lazy but keep confessing that I'm lazy, I'm lazy, I can't do this today, or anybody that you meet today, you're quick to say, I'm the lazy type, oh, like as if it's a flex. It is not a flex. Laziness is not a flex. It's not a flex saying you are lazy. Like, there's no flex about it at all. At all. So stop confessing that you are lazy and actually stand up and get the work done. Stand up and get to work. Stop staying stuck. Yes.
Thank you very much. So that confession of I'm lazy, there's even another one now. I'm a soft life babe. I can't stress myself. Okay, oh, if your dad is not $10, I'm always saying it. If your dad is not $10 and it's not Dangote, you will have to stress yourself. Oh, you can't be soft life. It's good to be a soft life babe,
So
but as
get
you're a
to
soft
work.
life babe, have the hard life somewhere, the hard life of locking in. So there is an amount of locking that you need to. So that confession of I'm lazy, I can't stress myself, I can't do past my power. Is the people that are saying it that is making you to be repeating it. They are working. Oh,
Exactly. Not
so
overwork.
I mean, just be very careful with the things you say again and again. So looks like there's no question from the audience yet. So I want to ask some questions that I know that a couple of people might actually have in mind. So
Okay.
the first question I want to ask you is that what if I can't afford a laptop? That's one question I tend to get. I remember there's someone, and I'm glad she's even on this, and she has improved over time. She's on this live, and I've seen a comment. I remember she approached me at some point and told me that she has not bought a laptop yet, and she has graduated, and she's thinking. So a lot of people just think that laptop is starter pack to make it in life. So, what's your response to that?
I can relate. Well, laptop is not a starter pack. All through my undergraduate years, I never had my personal laptop and I did my projects. After school, I never had a laptop. My first laptop was in 20. I hope I don't mix up the dates. I think 2021 or 2022. That was when I got my first laptop. And I started my journey, my social media journey, my digital skill journey very well in 2020. Mind you, before 2020, I was already selling. I didn't need a laptop. All I needed was my phone and my camera. And even when I did not have a phone that had a good camera, I would borrow phone to make sure that I posted, to snap, send to my phone, and post. In 2020, I started copywriting. I think I started social media management maybe 2021. Before I got my laptop, I started social media management. Oh, I forgot to say, I learned product management too. And product management was actually what made me get a laptop. And I had already learned product management for months before I even got a laptop. I just think that, oh, it's time for me to get this laptop. But if I had waited for me to get the laptop, I said I got the laptop in maybe 2021 or 2022. Imagine pausing my life for years because I did not have a laptop. I would definitely not be where I am today. So having a laptop is not your first step to success. It is not. I know that there are some skills that require having a laptop, but have you actually done in-depth research about that skill? You see, sometimes people will say they want to learn a particular skill that requires laptop, and then you ask them something about the skill, they are looking at you, they don't know. They just urge that, oh, this skill, oh, you need a laptop. They don't even have the basic knowledge of the skill. So, to whoever this is, a laptop does not define how your life is going to go. A laptop is not a starter pack. Start what you want to start with or without a laptop. Along the way, a laptop is definitely going to come, and that should not even be your goal. Your goal should be bigger things because laptop is small, very, very small compared to a lot of things that you can achieve. So don't allow not having a laptop to weigh you down at all. In fact, it should ginger you to say, oh, I want to invest in myself so much that I can buy my laptop. I did not buy my first laptop, but I bought my second laptop with my mom. That's how my growth process was. I did not have money to buy my first laptop. But when I got my first laptop, I made sure that this laptop, I'm going to use to make money to buy my second laptop. And I think I got my second laptop in less than a year. So don't allow not having a laptop to weigh you down at all. It should not. It should not weigh you down. You're a graduate. There are a lot of things you can do without having a laptop. With your phone, there are a lot of things you can do with your phone. So I know that there might be pressure. Maybe a lot of your mate has laptop, and then you are trying to think that, oh, having a laptop is, yes, it's good. But please don't think that having a laptop is going to define the course of your life. Do whatever it is you want to do with your phone. And if you really need a laptop but can't afford one, if you can find where to borrow to do what things that you want to do, fine, go ahead. But don't let not having a laptop weigh you down. I did not let it weigh me down. In fact, I let it ginger me. I let it made me work harder, made me invest in myself better to be able to afford a better laptop than the first one. So yes, that's it.
All right, thank you very much for that response. And it's so amazing that our story is actually very similar because so you should not. One thing I would usually say is this might not even be laptop for you. It might be something else. It could be an iPhone if you want to start. Because then my own problem was, oh, I want to create content. I don't have iPhone. I see that excuse a lot. And so it could be some people just use something as an excuse as to why they've not started something. But always try to block off. For example, I knew that I wanted to build the community and I just had a lot of excuse as to why we can't run Adroit community properly yet. But you know what? This cut I just said, you know what? We'll start what we have. And on the way, we will fill in the gaps. That's the same way I started I did not have a laptop when I graduated. I had a laptop as a student, but the laptop spoiled, and it was not. We repaired it to the point that it could not be repaired again. So I was there, and even at some point, my phone spoiled too. So I had a borrowed phone, and I was borrowing laptop up, and I borrowed laptop, and somebody that I borrowed the laptop spoiled in my hand. Then somebody's I've not had money to buy my own person that I borrowed. So I mean, this just to tell you that there would always be obstructions, there will always be excuses, but you just need to do what you have to do and get something doing. Get just look for something to do. And also one more question before we round up for today. So the question is, should I just take any job just to have income, or how do I know? How do I decide? I know you spoke on this, but I still want you to share the little like, is it just that I will go to a company and be doing 7 to 7 for all these factory workers, or what? How do I decide on what job to take and what skill to learn? So thank you.
Okay, so I feel like let's talk about the job aspects now. The kind of job that you accept or not might be dependent on your level of growth. For example, when I first started out, I could take any job, like, I mean, related to copywriting, social media management, because all I needed at that point was just to grow. I just needed to grow. I wanted to grow. But right now, there are some jobs that you bring to me, and I'll be like, it's all well. I can't take this. So it depends on your level of growth. If you think your level of growth can accommodate a particular job, go for it. And if you are just starting out, go for it. But that factory work, 7 to 7, I don't know. You might also go for it. Let's say you want to learn a digital skill. Instead of you just sitting down at home and learning a digital skill, because learning a skill will be time consuming, not really, not necessarily, but it's going to be data consuming. You will need money for your data. So you can just set a timeline for yourself. I want to do this job for 6 months just to be able to learn my digital skill properly and earn from it. If that is something you know you can do, then go for it. Life is not a bed of roses. It's not every time that your life will go the way you want it to go. Sometimes you just have to divert, do what you don't necessarily love just because you want to get to a certain place. My first ever copywriting job, I was paid 3K for a sales letter. It's not because 3K was a problem to me at that point, but because I just wanted to have it in my portfolio that, oh, I have done a job, I have done this for somebody, I accepted it. There are some jobs that I have taken that I can never take again. But because of where I was at that point in my life, I took it. So think about where you have grown to. If you think your growth level can accommodate it, why not? And there are some people that they just take on any job just because they want to leave the house. They are frustrated. But what I'm going to say is that if you want to learn something else and you don't have the money, the data, the resources to learn what you want to learn, you can take on a job that is going to be flexible enough to give you time to learn what you truly want to learn. Just make sure that at the end of the day, that job does not distract you from learning what you actually want to learn. Put it at the back of your head that I am taking this job because of the money, to be able to fund, to sponsor what I want to learn. So while you are doing the job, make room, make time for other things that you are passionate about. So that the timeline that you set for yourself, maybe 3 months, 6 months, you are able to achieve it. And if you're unable to achieve it, life goes on. Don't beat yourself. You are not the first person. Life goes on. So, Bless, there was a second question attached to that. Please, can you remind me?
That question,
Okay, you spoke
that
about
question
how
was
do I
about
know
skill. Like, how will
that.
you decide that, oh, I want to learn project management or data analytics or content writing?
Okay, so I already said it before. Think of what you love, and there are some times whereby what you love cannot necessarily fit into something that you can learn at the moment. So you will need something else that you can learn fast that is going to bring you money, because at the end of the day, money is important. So what you can do is go to ChatGPT, think of or go to Google, find a list of the digital skills that are trending right now. And one thing I want to say is that if you can, please learn how to use artificial intelligence. Learning, that is what is trending at the moment. And if you know you are not interested in it, find another digital skill. Go to Google, look at digital skills, have a basic knowledge. Okay, what I say that people should do, like when people come to me with this kind of question, when I try to ask them, okay, what do you love? What do you think you like doing? And then there is no answer. So I'll tell them, go to Google or Chat GPT. First, top 20 skills that are that people are doing right now, that is trending right now. Write it down. Then pick your top five that you know that these five things I am actually interested in it. It is something that I think I can learn. Once you pick your top five, have a basic knowledge of the top five. Go and research on the top five, in-depth research on the top five. Then after you have already known a little bit about the top five, pick your top two based on your resources right now, based on how you think you can assimilate fast right now, based on what you have. Say for example, you don't have a laptop in the and maybe one or two skills in the top five, you need a laptop. You know that you cannot learn it now. So you are probably going to learn something else that does not require a laptop to be able to get a laptop. So after picking your top two, then you now decide, based on my abilities, which of these two skills, which one of these two skills do I think I can learn? This is how I advise people generally, because this is not the first time that people are coming to me to say which kind of skill do I learn. Because it was quite easy for me because I enjoyed writing, so I was able to pick it up. But it's not everybody that is going to enjoy writing. It's not everybody that will enjoy posting on social media. So there has to be other things. If you like coordination, learn project management. If you like let's say you want to be able to like gather people together and make sure that people are doing their work, learn product management. If you like writing, learn writing, academic writing, copywriting, content writing. There are different types of writing that you can learn. Just make sure that to an extent you are doing something that you are passionate about and can bring you the money that you want at the same time. For a beginner, I don't advise that, especially a beginner that needs the money. For example, a graduate that does not have money and is looking for money. I don't advise that you go and learn a skill that is going to take 2 years to get money from, like cybersecurity now. Mhm. So learn another skill for a start, earn money from it to be able to fund maybe that your cybersecurity needs. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. So yes, I saw it in the chat.
We cannot hear you well. Your audio is a bit distorted. Yes, it's better. Um, so she'll be joining us shortly. I think she has a couple of issues while I just round up what she was talking about. So, like she said, and another thing I want to add is it depends on the level of support you have, really. Everybody is not on the same level when it comes to support. If you have all the support you need and you want to learn cybersecurity and you're sure that you love cybersecurity or you love the concept and you want to go into it, and you have parents who are willing to support you with stipends or allowance till you are able to stand on your feet, I think you can go for it. But if you don't, you might have to find something to. So, and as regards getting a job too, I remember at that point when I graduated, the first job I got was teaching. I love to teach. I'm passionate about teaching. I can teach. I have some students that are on this life. I teach them content creation, social media management. But even in school as a student, I always teach. I always have one to I would always have a group around me that I'm teaching because I learn more when I teach people. So that's also an add-on for me. But I was teaching secondary school students. There was nothing I was learning. I was teaching them chemistry and I think I was teaching physics too at some point. And I just knew it. That was why I was able to get a job So I had to get a job, and while I was learning other things at the time. So please give me a minute. I'm trying to add Idera back because we have a question she needs to attend. So I really would love her to answer this question. So you could get a job, you could learn a skill like she said, and she has given you a method. Make use of ChatGPT. There's Gemini, there's DeepSeek, there's Claude, there's Grok. That's the the Twitter AI. There's Meta AI. I mean, we have a lot of them that you can actually engage that. Oh, I love to do this, I love to do that. What skill can I learn? It's the unpaid mentor. It will give you the unpaid mentorship session. So there should be no issue. You can get your money from, you can be working and learning a skill, doing both at the same time, but you now have a variety of options of what to do. So you really do not have any excuse as to why you're not doing whatever it is you ought to do. So I think we have Idera here. Idera, are you back?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, but if you can move your mouth closer to the mic a little bit more so you're more audible, that would make a lot of sense.
What did you say?
Okay, welcome back.
Okay. So before I left, I saw a question on the chat box that
Yeah,
said, "What
well,
if I
I
don't
said you
have
were going to
friends?"
answer it when you're back. She says, what if we don't have friends that could make you grow
That
around
could make.
you? So,
When you say, "What if I don't have friends that could make you grow around you?" Is it that you have them, but they are not around you, or you don't have them at all? But I'm going to answer the question regardless. Find them. If you don't have the friends at the moment, can you guys still hear me? Am I still audible?
you went off for a second, but I can hear you now.
Okay.
Um,
Find the And first of all, before you even start finding those friends, look at yourself first. Am I the type of person that those kind of people want to associate with? If your answer is a yes, like a solid yes, that you're very confident of yourself, then go out and network with people, or network with people online. There are a lot of people that you can network with online, that you can make friends with, that you guys can actually grow together. And one thing is that, as an, I don't want to say upcoming now, but like somebody that's just starting out, don't try to look at the big guys and then you now want to draw them closer. Start from people in your league, and you guys should now grow together. That is how a lot of those big guys, that's how a lot of them grew together. That's how they became big together. So find those friends that you are looking for. And before you find them, make sure that you are growing. You are your own motivation. Because sometimes, even if you have friends that can help you grow, your friends won't always be there for you every time. Go out, make friends. Online, make friends. Comment on people's posts. Say something very nice. When you go out, don't be shy to talk about what you do. And sometimes, don't see your friends finish. It might be as a result of see finish with your current friends, that you're just thinking that, oh, my friends cannot help me grow. Also, when you are growing, don't grow alone. That is a tip. That's one of the things that happened in my friend circle. One person did not grow alone. We made sure that we carried everybody along. So if you are the only one growing in your friend circle right now, carry your friends along. Grow together. Grow as a circle. Grow as friends. That way it will be easier for you guys to grow together, to motivate each other as friends. But at the same time, network with people. Go out, network online, network with people, and also make sure that with or without friends that are helping you grow, you are growing. That's like the most important thing. So yes, that's the answer to your question. I hope I have answered your question. Praise. I hope I have answered your question.
Okay, I can't see a response, but left to me, I'll say you answered the question. A self assessment is very necessary before thinking of she said thank you.
You're
So
welcome.
your circle is your self assessment is necessary. Going with your circle is necessary. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much, Idera, for joining us on our first episode. And I'm so glad. I'm so happy that you're here, and I'm so happy that you were able to say what I really wanted people to hear. I mean, I'm so as you were saying the point, I was like, yes, yes. So I'm super happy that you were able to say all of this, and you were able to educate people this much and also inspire them to get them doing. And I just want everybody on this live and everybody that even will be watching this video after, because it will still be on the channel, to know that it's not just enough to hear it. The next thing is to have action points. I've always learned about action points, that okay, based on what you've done, based on this session, we've been here for about 1 hour, more than an hour basically. So that's your time. Fine, I know that everything is free. You did not pay for this, but some people actually pay for things like this. Maybe value that is not even up to this. People are paying for it, but all you just have to invest is your time. So, what's your ROI? What's your return on investment? So, have those action points that based on all that I've learned, this is my action point. I want to do this. I want to do that. And one thing that would help is an accountability partner. You could talk to someone that, oh, someone in the community, basically, you can look for someone that engaged well during the live session. And you can even come and ask me. I will not be your accountability partner, but I can link you up to somebody that you can keep tabs on each other as regards your career growth. So, cheers to your growth, cheers to becoming that person that you want to be. And I really want to see you at the top. I really want to see you at the top. Thank you very much, Idera. I'm so happy to have you here. I'm glad that you honored the invitation. So, with this, we are going to wrap up episode 1 from zero to somewhere. And I hope that as long as you've joined this live, you're no longer on zero. You might not have gotten to that somewhere, but at least you've left zero and now 0.5. So as you now take the action, we'll now know if you are going somewhere. So action is really the most important thing. Thank you very much for joining. Let's have a good night rest. Bye.
Thank you, Blessed,
Thank
and
you.
bye, everybody.